What up, yo? I am live, and I'm going to be TypeScript-ifying Babel plugin codegen, and it's going to be great. So let me just share this live stream link to folks here. If you just want to watch live on YouTube or want to watch the recording, join here. Boom. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. So let me do that. And I was going to do something else. There we go. Okay. Cool. So there we go. Oh, also, I ignore the YouTube comments. So here, I should mention that. I ignore these. If you want to chat, do so in KCD Discord. So good. And actually, I should. I've got a special channel just for this. So let me make a invitation to this channel. Never expires. No use limit. Copy that, and then we'll go shorten that invite link to Discord Kent Live. There we go. Now I don't have to remember what that link is, and I can send you a direct invite to that channel. Go here. And you'll have to talk to a bot first, but once you've done that, then you can join the chat where we can actually like chat and stuff. And I'll try to keep this up. I don't always do a great job of noticing when people are chatting and stuff, but I try. So yeah, good. We are going to be TypeScript-ifying babel-plugin-codegen. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I use this module in every one of my React workshops, except for the Build React Applications one. So yeah, if we go here. Yeah, so this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and oh, not this one. Just kidding, not that one. But this one, and then not this one. So yeah, I use this module kind of behind the scenes, and I'm slowly moving all of these repos to TypeScript. I don't know if I'm going to flip the switch until after I re-record all the videos or not. So right now I'm just kind of in the exploratory phase. But I did push an update to this one. If you go to yeah, TS main, then check that out. And I'll put that in our little chat. And you can look at this commit where I moved, or where I added TypeScript. And yeah, like this one, I didn't have to do anything, which is cool. But yeah, this one I made some subtle changes to the tests, and then I updated all the exercises. Didn't have to make any change to the exercise files themselves, but on the final version, I did have to make a couple of changes to make TypeScript happy. And of course, like as always, you realize, oh yeah, like I didn't realize that could be a problem or whatever. Okay, hold on a second. I'm getting a phone call. One sec. And we're back. Boom. Okay. So one thing that I was unable to change, or sorry, one warning that I got in TypeScript that I was, I mean, I could deal with it in here, but I wanted to just fix in general, is right here, TypeScript is like, well, what the heck is this codegen macro thing? Well, what it is actually this file, which is just re-exports that. Anyway, long story short, it is a Babel plugin, and I need to type this up so that I don't get that warning. And so I'm going to add, actually, I don't think I even have a repo for this codegen macro. Maybe I do. Yeah, I do. So, but this would just re-export the types that I'm going to define in here. So anyway, long story short, I need to convert this to TypeScript, and that's our goal today. Okay, cool. So where did that code editor go? Oh, that's right. I haven't even pulled it down yet. So I don't think I have it locally. Yep, I don't. So the yeah, we're gonna clone babel-plugin-codegen. Okay. And before I can move it over to TypeScript, I need to upgrade it in like every other sense because I haven't done much with this package in quite some time. So I'm going to use my KCD OSS thing, which is a alias, or actually, yeah, it's an alias for this script. So if you want to see what that is sometime, feel free. And this is going to like generate a bunch of files and override some files, and I'll have to make a bunch of changes because this is still using the master branch, not the main branch, which is all my new stuff is using a main branch. And I've been meaning to move everything over from master to main, but GitHub said that they're going to do that eventually, like make it really easy to do that. And so I'm waiting for GitHub to make it easy to do that. Anyway, so that's where we're at there. We're going to just have, boy, this is taking a long time. I don't feel like it takes that long normally, but we'll get it working here. Almost done. And it's going to start asking me questions. There we go. Yes. And yes, it's a dev dependency. And for the project description, we'll just use that. And do we want to override? I think we do. Yeah. So we'll have it override all the things, and then we'll I think I need to fix my license. I shouldn't have done that. All contributors. Oh, well. Yeah. Interesting. Reinitializing existing repository. Oh, it ignored that. Okay. Great. Okay, so we're going to need to make a couple of changes or reverts or whatever. For one, our all contributors, come on. This needs to come back. So that's good. And then I think actually package.json is probably fine. Now we just have a type check thing. I'm not sure what this was. Boy, it's impossible to click that thing. Come on, there you are. All right, so we need to include macro.js. We have a couple keywords, got some dependencies. Bummer. Okay, well, what is all this nonsense? What the heck is all that? I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. Whatever. Okay, so let's just look at our diff of package.json. And we'll just fix that up one by one. Not a big deal. Macro.js. Yeah, sure, we can get the keywords back. I don't know where I normally put those. Yep, right there. Okay, and then dependencies and dev dependencies. And then, yeah, those are fine. So let's just install. We already have Babel runtime, Babel plugin macros we're going to need, and require from a string, and install as dev dependencies ast pretty print Babel plugin tester and strip ANSI. I kind of feel like strip ANSI should be, that's probably okay. Okay, so that takes care of our dependencies and whatnot. Sweet. Okay, so then we've got all of this was in JavaScript, we're going to want to write it in TypeScript now. So let's just ditch this index TS. We'll rename this to TS. And we'll come over here. We'll delete this one and rename this to, whoops, to TS. I'll do this one as, you know what? I probably shouldn't do this yet. Let's just get it upgraded with all the new tooling, and then we can get TypeScript going. So let's verify. I don't think that it's actually, I think the type check script is going to blow it up because it didn't find any files. So let's do to do. Now the validate script will skip that. Yeah, right, because this, so let's just to do that thing. So KCD scripts will automatically generate TypeScript definitions when it finds a TS config. I don't want it to do that right now. So okay. I think the version of TypeScript had a different title sort of naming scheme or something. And so I busted all of that, all of the snapshots and stuff. But now those should be all fixed. And let's look at the diff of source test snapshots. Yeah. Huh. Unknown plugin for all of this stuff. I think, yeah, I think I remember we made a change. In the tester. Yeah, that's right. Name codegen. And name codegen macro. Okay, let's try that again. I heard a sound that was like a sort of thing from Discord. So let me see if I missed something. I'm hearing one of my kids knocking on the door, and they will not stop until I answer. So 1 second. All right. Okay, so that did not fix the snapshots, which was unexpected. This should not say unknown plugin. So let's find tester. Oh wait, no, node modules, tester, dist, index, name. Huh. Oh, plugin tester name, plugin name. That's what it is. Okay. There we go. That's going to mess up all the snapshots. So we'll update again. And now the snapshots should actually be unchanged. So let's see. Oh, it looks like, looks like they were very much changed. So I don't want to review it this way. We're going to review it like this. This is why I have the snapshots the way that they are. So I can see the before and after. So that's good. This port X from identity 3. Yep. Comment. Yeah. Man, that's so cool. I love this. Yep. Man, that's awesome. Unable to determine the value of your codegen string. Okay, I need to review this one here. So we're going to go snapshots. Yeah. Okay, that's expected. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Extra test. I'm not sure what that extra test is all about, but it looks correct anyway. Mm-hmm. Man, this plugin is pretty sick. What it can do, it's wild. Okay, I think we're. Oh, here's where things started to change. So let's see. I think they just maybe got reordered or something. Must export a string. So yeah, I'm guessing I can find that. Boom. Yep, there it is. I think they just got reordered, which is a real pain. Yeah. Yeah, that's all fine. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Require identity. Yeah. Man, this is so cool. Unknown plugin. Why did we get unknown plugin again? Hold on a second. I think I needed to. Nope. That's weird. Wonder why it's unknown plugin. Maybe I missed another plugin name. Ah, yeah, there it is. Codegen. Here we go. That's better. Oh, good. Okay, sweet. So now if I look at the diff, it should just be the name. Yeah, because I updated that one to be Codegen macro. Oh, good. That's nice. So, yeah, I think we've got tooling upgraded just fine. So, commit. Sure. Oh wait, another thing. I need to delete the Travis config because that is gone. We don't do Travis anymore. They abandoned us. And we need to fix this because we're not on the main branch yet. Is it going to be master? And then I should probably get the npm token set for this repo, which I will have to hide from you all. And hopefully I don't make a mistake. I have been known to make mistakes and show my token to the world. That is never a good thing. I just got a womp womp from Discord. Here, let me take a look at that really quick. Okay. Create a new token for publishing or automation. There we go. Copy that thing and create a new secret. npm token. There it is. Add secret. and then go to my clipboard and delete it from my clipboard. Now it's gone forever. I'll never, ever see that token again. Okay, cool. And git commit, sure, update. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Here, actually, let's do this. Git CA. I don't remember what that alias is for, but I think it's like commit verbose or something like that. But what it does is it runs all the pre-commit hooks, and then it lets me write my commit message in Vim, in my default editor, and it also lets me review changes, which is nice. It actually occurs to me, I did not check the README, so I should probably check the README because it probably, yeah, in fact, I know that it changed. So let me abort that. Let's go check the README. Yeah, all this nonsense. Okay, so git reset README. Is that the command? Okay, here we go. Whoops. And yeah, all contributors, this is better. I can't remember if that dash is needed or not, so let me just find out for sure. Contributors. Yeah, it's needed because this emoji. So that's fine, but I do want to restore this table of all the nice people who contributed. Yeah, this will go away when I have my pre-commit. The badges, I think, are probably all fine. I don't know. I don't think I had any other. Here, let's see. I guess I can do a diff, git diff readme. And yes, of course, I am going to want. Oh, right. I need that badge. Oh, right. We want the emoji for sure. The update to the all contributors badge is good. And that, and come on. That gets generated, so that doesn't matter anyway. But we'll just keep on rolling. Inspiration, go back to that. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna need the pre-val link at the bottom. Okay, cool. And pre-val is somewhere down here, so let's see. Oh, wait, let's save this. Yeah, that was just a formatting difference. Oh, right, we need to find main. Both of these. Master. Okay. And then after all contributors, we had a bunch. So let's just copy this in case it gets removed. There we go. Nice. Okay, sweet. Okay, good. So now we can CA this thing again. Oh, my neck is so sore. I was snowboarding yesterday and I hit my head. I was wearing a helmet, but kind of twisted my neck a little bit, and now my neck is super sore. I'm not as young as I once was. Code of conduct. Oh, yeah. Do we have another code of conduct? Yeah. I used to store this in the other directory. We don't do that anymore. Okay. Ah, snap. I hate it when I do this. whoops. Dang it. Snap. Index lock. All right. Well, I had forgotten to add my deletion of that file, and I did it again. Man, delete you. We put that in the main directory. Oh, shoot. And I don't want to add. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Freaking A. I lost it. Can I undo this? No. Right. Okay, well, we're going to get rid of that tsconfig. And, crap. There. At least it got an undo there. And we'll get rid of the type check for now. I'm not going to trust the package lock was taken care of. So, dang it. See, all these files are the ones that should have been modified. And they were not. Ah, crap. Why did my stash apply thing not work?
NPM is done.
Okay, well, dang it. I think that what we're gonna do, because I don't want to have to manually update all these. Yeah, see, it had a bunch of stuff. Who knows what it was? I can't remember. So we're just gonna do this again, but I'm not gonna override the README or the package.json because those are in a good state, I believe. Yeah. So we won't override those. And now I already know what I need to do to these files too. So plugin name is codegen. Plugin tester. Macro. And I think running the tests, I don't think that it should update the snapshots anyway, so we should be fine. Come on, there we go. That and this. No, don't overwrite that. Yes, overwrite that. Yes, overwrite that. No, don't overwrite that. Yes, that one. Yes, that one. Oh, yeah, I need to take a look at users. No, that one. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And then we'll come over here. Master. And then let's look at users MD. Because I think we did have some users listed in here. Maybe, maybe not. I guess not. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. And then let's get rid of the TS config for now. Get rid of Travis. And where was, oh, right. We're going to get rid of the types for now. And get rid of these two files. And then let's validate. Okay, that's right. We're going to test to update those names of those snapshots. Okay, and then we're going to add all the things and run this now. Ugh, that was a pain. Much less of a pain than it would be to manually keep all of my tooling up to date on all my projects. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, we're going to need contributing. This will need to be, instead of main, these will all be master until the glorious day when I can make it not be master anymore. All right, we moved that. Okay,
Hi, Kent.
Hey there, Peter. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? What's the reason you are changing the copyright from 2017 to 2020?
Oh, it should be 2021, huh? I don't know. I don't know how the copyright stuff works, but it always seems to me that you put the latest year that you saw it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know copyright stuff. Okay, make or yeah, update all the things. And then there are just those two changes. We'll amend that. And actually, I should just run KCD format to get it to, or KCD scripts format, just format all of the things. Yep, I figured we'd have a couple where prettier kind of changed things, or maybe somebody saved it without formatting. That happens. No, verify. Okay, cool. Actually, you know what? It's possible that a snapshot may have changed. Nope. Okay. Good. So now we are on the latest of all the stuff. And now I'm going to make a TS, whoops, config JSON and extends that. And then we're going to have our types dist index.d.ts. Yep. And then, yeah, and then we'll just start moving things over to TypeScript. So TS, 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 Come on. And all those I think we'll leave as JS, but our test we can make TypeScript. I don't think Babel plugin tester, does that have types? Oh, cool. Somebody made types for Babel plugin tester. I didn't realize that was a thing. Cool. I must have forgot. Okay, so let's take a look at our index here. Oh, and there was one other thing. In the package JSON, we want type check script. Where are my scripts? Oh yeah. Type check. KCD scripts type check. Okay. Cool. So now let's, oh dear. Yeah, this is why I stopped actually. So I was going through all my open source and migrating everything to TypeScript. And then I got to Babel plugins and I was like, I don't know if I want to start typing Babel plugins and get into Babel with TypeScript. So here we go.
Did anyone create types for your plugin already?
Oh, that's a good question. It's possible they did. Types, Babel, plugin, code, gen. Nope. Maybe code gen macro? Ha! Sweet! This will help. Nice. Thank you, people. This is very nice. Okay. Actually, now it occurs to me, I could accomplish my purposes by just using this and moving on with my life. Because all I need is types for CodeGen macro. But we've come this far. So let's just go with, oh, well, okay. Not really very strongly typed, are we? I mean, I guess so. It would work enough for me, for my purposes, because all I'm doing is source index. Just doing this. That would be enough for me. I don't care about any types. Whew. Let's just see how hard it is, and then I'll see if I want to give up. First off, we can change these to import statements, so that's nice. So import from there and from there. And import these things from that thing. Export, get replacers, and now I do all my exports at the bottom. Used to put it all at the top. But then I was like, you have your imports and then your export is like hiding between your imports and the rest of your code. I just say imports at the top, exports at the bottom, and it's easier that way. Okay, so then we've got helpers. This is going to be export all of these things. And these will be imports from there. And require from string. Wonder if that has a thing. Types require from string. Nice. Good news. Guess that's technically adding it to my dependencies, but I don't think I need it for my dependencies. So I don't think I'm going to be re-exporting any of those types. So we'll just make those dev dependencies. I know for a fact this needs to be a string. And this will also be a string. Yeah, whatever, we'll get to that. Okay. Cool. And those are all exported. Oh, and get replacers, I named that. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, and then let's do this one also. Import from I think that this is typed. I think so. Yeah, I thought I maybe might want that to be a real dependency though. I'm not sure. Okay. Just, I need to remember to think about that if I, depending on how this ends up. So this will be export default. Will it be? Create macro and then macros. I need to look at Babel plugin macros. Oh, right. I hate you typed or VS Code. So annoying. Babel plugin macros. Oh, that's serendipitous. Default. Yeah, there it is. I knew I had this interrupt require. So I can do a default export. Okay, good. And now let's just run the test, see what happens. Bummer. Cannot find module. Say what now? Huh. Oh. Yeah, okay. Right. Yes, this makes sense. Huh. So I need yeah, this is coming from Babel plugin macros. It's trying to find that module and execute it, but it is not. Let me see. I can't remember. Yeah, so here, this is where you'd need to specify extensions. We're not going to do that. I mean,
if you try to specify the extension in the test itself?
Yeah, that should work, I think. I may need to add some Babel configuration to deal with the TypeScript. I'm just trying to decide if that's what I want to do. An alternative would be to create a macro.js that requires Babel register so that it could deal with the yeah, with the type. Probably, yeah, that's not a good idea. So yeah, I could probably make this work, have it ignore that, and have it specify the extension. Just not sure if that's what I want to do or not. I guess so. If I want to be able to get code coverage, I do need it to run on those files, so it can actually execute. And specifying the extension isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. That way, when it gets built, it can generate the TypeScript definitions and stuff, which would be good. So, okay. So let's come over here, grab all those .ts on all those, and all of these, yeah, those aren't going to be imported, so it's just the macro side. Oh, that's weird. Huh, that is not what I expected to happen. Oh, oh, now that's interesting. Yeah, that doesn't transform any of the code because macro.ts doesn't match the macro URL or whatever. So, or the codegen or babel plugin macros is looking for something that ends in macro with no extension. So, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do then is let's go here. We'll undo that change. And we're going to add a, let's see, get macro.js or codegen macro.js. And this will just do module exports require macro .ts, I guess. And then these will require that one. Oh, actually, those will need to be codegen.macro. There we go. Oh, and it's not a test, so rats. This will need to be in helpers. And whoa, what the devil? And then here we need to go up another. This is just here because the import needs to end in macro with no extension. And if we don't do this, then babel plugin, oops, macros cannot find the macro ts file. It's looking for a JS file. Okay, that's sufficient. So then we're just, yeah, and I busted all the things, so update that. And we've got one. Oh, I've still got a codegen. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so now let's take a look at the snapshots. I guess I already deleted the JS version. Okay, but that's probably fine, I'm guessing. I'll just do a quick review. Huh. It just cracks me up that we can do this in JSX. I don't think anybody's done this, but you totally can do this. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's interesting. Yeah, cool. All right, nice. So the tests are passing. That's good. Now we just gotta make the type check pass. The understatement of the century, we just gotta do this. This will not be easy. That is my my estimation. So let's start with the TSC on the test directory. Well, for goodness sake, .ts. Well, crap. I've done this before. I don't know how to use the TSC compiler, whatever CLI thing, but I know that I don't like it. Yeah, okay. All right, well, we'll just look at this. Okay, no default export from index. Oh, right, because I'm using that export default. Suppose this will be a break and change. Actually, writing Babel plugin in TypeScript. Well, at least that's helpful. I wonder if Babel still doesn't ship its own types. No, they've got types. Oh, right. No, that is shipping its own types. Ah. See what they did. It's all JavaScript still. Looks like you can just export default and they'll handle that. I hope so. We'll find out, I suppose. Okay, so Babel, import type Babel types. Babel plugin TypeScript. Yeah, most of these are going to be for end users, not plugin writers. I'd really like to see just one example of a Babel plugin that's written in TypeScript. Let's see, npm. Babel plugin. I'm sure that's not going to help. I don't know. Let's just open a bunch of these. See if any of these ship types. Hey, this one does. But is it a Babel plugin? Yeah, I didn't think so. Bummer. Nope, 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 nope. Yes. All right, so if we look at their index where they do declare. Where did declare come from? Huh. They are using any. Oh yeah, declare. That's like this new thing that I never learned about. Plugin options. Bummer. All right, well, I wish that I knew what this argument is. Now that I'm, maybe I should switch to this declare API. Babel plugin handbook. Writing your first plugin. Yeah, they're not using the declare thing in here yet. Okay. How to write a Babel plugin. That's my fork. I was like, what? Okay. Yeah, okay. Now this is going to use TypeScript, I'm sure. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're not using the new declare thing either. I don't think that thing's even documented. All right, well, I'm not going to switch over to something that's not documented. Here, let's keep on trying. You got to be kidding me.
Do you know how to import the bubble?
How to what?
If you just imported the bubble and then try type of bubble.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this argument is Babel core. Babel core. In which case I could dive into this and see what this is, but then core. Maybe this is complaining about this not being listed as a dependency. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'd rather find the type. So let's see if we can find that. It says this whole thing. I guess it's this module.
Can you find out what the type of that?
And this is coming from types Babel core, but I think it should just come from, I thought that they had types. No, they don't. Oops. Yeah, I guess most of the types are in here. Well, they've got Babel types, but yeah, I guess. Well, this is probably fine. We can depend on Babel core or have a pure dependency. Well, we sort of do anyway.
Is there any tooltip of what?
Sorry?
If there is any tooltip, like it would say what is the name of the type.
On where?
If you move mouse to the type of, do you have? Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. If I F12 over to it, it shows me this file, and I get a good idea of what it is. But now it is Babel is Babel core, which means that babel.types is what I'm looking for. So that's what I need. And actually, where do I use it anyway? Oh, get replacers. That's right. And then get replacers uses Babel for transform from AST. Yeah, it just forwards it along to a bunch of stuff. And the reason that I do that is so that I don't have to import Babel core into any of my stuff. But I could do import type Babel core. Nope, I guess I can't do that. But this is fine. This will work fine. Okay. Well, if I'm going to do this, I may as well just not accept Babel as an argument, but then no, it's probably better to accept it as an argument because then I'm using the same version that whatever Babel is calling the plugin with. So yeah, it's better this way.
Oh, looks like it's not happy on line 13.
Yeah. But at 3 to 4 arguments got 2. Huh. Callback. But these are synchronous. So transform from transform AST, because we have one that's specifically async. These ones are synchronous, so I don't know why I would need that callback. So whoever wrote these types, these types are no good or incorrect or something. Oh wait, no. Here for backward compatibility. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, as far as these types are concerned, transform from AST has a callback that gives you the file result. And it returns void. But that's not my experience. So I think the types are wrong. But we can find out for sure. If I can find it in here somewhere. Here it is. Nice. So it does accept a callback. And if the callback is undefined, then it returns a sync version. Otherwise, it'll, all right, well, I mean.
Line 33, it overrides the callback.
Yeah, so that, but that's only if the second. This is just like overloading. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think like as far as the way the code is written, I'm fine. But the way the types are written, I'm not, because it has chosen that you must provide the callback and not accept anything in return. So the types are written to cover this case, but not this case. And that's the case that I'm using. So that's kind of annoying. I could just use transform AST sync.
Yeah.
It's there for backward compatibility. Well, it's fine with me. Let's just do that. Path is, oh, it's a Babel. What is that? Let's see. Yeah, none of these are going to be happy. So I need to get some sort of type for the visitor. Yep.
I think it would probably work if you added a return type to the CodeGen plugin function.
Say that again.
If you added a return type, I think Babel has a visitor type.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that might like automatically type all of them if you're lucky. Oh yeah, there we go.
Sick.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. At least it's not happy with the name.
Oh, because visitor is the key. It's like the actual.
Right,
yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna be.
That's gonna be like its own type, like name, string, visitor. Yeah.
How's that? You like them apples?
Almost.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We're getting there.
Yeah.
I at least now know what this type is, so I can type other places. TypeScript makes me want to abstract less, because when you start calling functions and stuff, then you have to type the parameters and arguments and stuff, and return types and stuff. And it makes me like, I don't want to make a function. It's so much more work. It was more work before because you had to like name arguments and whatever, but now it's even more work because you also have to type them in multiple places. It's super annoying. Anyway, so file doesn't exist on type object. That's interesting. Huh. Where's this visitor type coming from? Traverse. Holy criminy. Program. Oh, gee whiz. All I want to know is this program function. So I need to find the visitor. Visitor is an object that has a program property, or it should be. Visitor. It's coming from Traverse, yeah. And then we have program. Huh. So I got this new Aura ring. I use it as my wedding ring now, and it reminds me to get up every few like hours or so, whatever. So I'm gonna stand up. And it's going to tell me when to go to bed. And it tells me how good my sleep is. Even though I don't feel like I slept very well last night, I got an 85 out of 100. So, and it said it was good. So I don't think it was good, but that was my first night. So maybe it doesn't know me. Okay, so this thing, enter, exit, deny list, blacklist. Visit functions. Huh. Well, I just really wish that I knew where the type for this second argument was, because it absolutely should have a file on it, but I guess it's not well typed or something.
Maybe the type comes from CodeGen instead, or whatever you're using. Is there like a wrapper around Babel, or?
No, it's a regular plugin.
I remember I wrote a Babel macro, which used this visitor type and everything was typed, but I don't think I had a second argument on my visitors either. So.
Well, that one's easy. Let's just move on. We'll look at something else. Maybe we'll discover something. No unsafe assignment. Okay, so it looks like, we can fix this one. That one's easy. So this can be, it's an object of more objects, primitives, or functions that return these things. Const, or no, type looks like arg. So it is an object that has, how do you make a recursive object? So it's an object that has, or let's see, it's
record of string, and the second argument of record is the looks alike arg, I think.
Oh, okay. There we go. So it's going to be an object of those things, or it's going to be any primitive value. We'll just do unknown for now, or it's going to be a function that returns one of those things. How do you do that? I want it to be a function. There's so many ways to write a function just in JavaScript. Then you add how to type it in the mix, and you're like, I'm lost. How to type something as something or a function. TypeScript. Yeah, so you're like right here, that's how you do it.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't like to be recursive.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Sweet. So then this is going to be string or Boolean or number, or it could be null, undefined.
Okay.
And this is going to return Boolean. And then this is complaining because it might not exist. And you know what? I actually think we can safely say it's one of those, but we're probably going to have to say as unknown first, which is fine. Nope, it's not happy about that. Why is it? Because I'm casting it, right? So like it shouldn't.
Can you check line 84, like the tooltip of the what is the result type on the
Oh.
left side? Yeah. Yeah. Circular references itself. No, no.
Was it warning me that before I did this?
That should be fine if you're on the latest TS version.
I should be.
Well, maybe not.
Hmm.
I remember they added support for recursive types, but maybe this isn't supported.
Oh, I can. Actually, you know what? Do I even have TypeScript? Yeah, I think I just barely installed this, but maybe not. I mean, if it was in that patch release, then maybe.
Probably not, but worth a shot.
Let's just reload. TypeScript, circular reference, any type. Okay. Yep, that's what I want to do. But this doesn't seem to be very happy with this.
Maybe try separate two types. So one circular reference at a time. So one for the record and another type for the function. Not sure if it could help, but
Yeah. Yeah, that even that is not happy. Huh.
Did you try putting the record last instead of first? No.
Yeah. No dice. Weird. Well, it's not throwing an error, but let's see what happens when I put this in the TypeScript playground. What happens when I put you in the TypeScript playground? All right. So what happens if I say this is going to be a string, or actually, I guess it's a number.
What if it's because you're using record?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it could be. No, this is not. Oh, it's not a generic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this works fine. Yeah. What if we don't use record and instead use object with the key of string, and the value is looks like arg. Okay. All right.
Nice.
interesting.
Yeah. It looks like
Learned
maybe
something
there
today.
could be a bug with record or something. But okay, good.
I think record would work slightly differently than the object syntax, but I couldn't tell you why.
Sweet. Okay, so this is going to be string or Boolean or number or null. undefined. Okay, sweet. So now this is, oh, right, because I was abusing the and syntax. So let's just do Boolean. Ha, take that. Okay, cool. So let's get rid of these. That's kind of weird formatting right there. But whatever. If not A or not B, turn false. There we go. Or actually, and A is not equal to B. I think that's more correct. Okay, because if you give it both false, then yeah. Yeah, okay, so here, I'm gonna say as looks like arg.
What did you do with the A is not equal to B?
Well, the idea behind looks like is you give it two things. And actually, you know what? I don't think that you would ever give it these things. For a second, oh no, it is recursive. No, it is. So yeah, you can. Yeah, so you give it like two objects, and the idea is it needs to say, does the first thing have all the same properties that the second thing has, or maybe
But
vice versa.
two objects are never equal.
Well, so it's gonna take this path object, and it's going to look at all of these properties and make sure that this path object has all the same properties that are defined in here. So the idea is when you're making a Babel plugin, you're traversing an AST, and what I'm trying to do is find the a part of the AST that matches the type of AST I'm looking for. And so in particular here,
I mean,
for an import
the
declaration.
two arguments are two different objects, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
So the equality check, it will be always false. Never.
Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah, so I guess I need to do the opposite. So if not one and not the other, and they're equal, nope, that's stupid. You're right. That's better. Yeah. Yep, that makes more sense. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not sure why this is upset. The expression of type string can't be used to index type yada 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 yada, which makes sense because B could be any of these things, and we're treating it like it's an object. Let's back up. So this is what I had before.
Could you type the B key inside the every function as a string? B key in the just
oops.
can
Yeah, so
yeah, colon string.
yeah. So I think that it knows that's a string because we're doing every on keys, and keys is going to give us back a string of array of strings. The problem is that B could be like a string, and or it could be a Boolean, and we're trying to index it or get a string index off of the Boolean, and that doesn't make sense. And so what I need to do is,
it seems like you just need to go down and do every if type of equals string and equals Boolean.
yeah. But actually now I'm thinking, now that I think about it, if b value is
That's just more
primitive,
correct anyway, isn't
you don't
it?
even get to this point.
Hmm.
However, we could get to this point if a value is a primitive. So yeah, let's see. We could say if is primitive a and is primitive b and a is equal to b, then return true. And now we can assume that a and b are not primitives, and they could only be a function or an object. And in fact, a would never be a function because a is always going to be like a static object. Well, technically not, but in the way that I use it, the target, or the one that I'm trying to match, will just be a bunch of properties, like an object with a bunch of properties, whereas my matcher could have functions where I want to say, hey, it matches this property, but it actually has something specific in that value. So I'm going to test something on that. Man, I didn't expect that this one would be so hard to type, but yeah, it is. It's a really cool function though. So yeah, A and B are not the same thing, even though they're typed the same. And once we get past this point, then we can assume further that B is only a function or an object. Let's see. I think when we're done here, A and B are going to have different types, but we'll get to that. So then we can say if type of B is a function, then we'll return B called with A. Yep.
The function variant doesn't type the accept arguments.
Oh, right. No, this shouldn't return a looks like arg. This should return a Boolean, and it should accept a which for now is typed as a looks like arg. There we go. So once we get to this point, once we've gotten this far, now we also know. Well, hold on. We actually don't care about A. We only care about B. So it's not a primitive, or B is not a primitive. B is not a function. And so it must be an object. Otherwise, TypeScript failed us.
By the way, is primitive function, does that have the right type card on it?
No, I haven't typed it yet.
That might help.
Let's do Boolean, and it should be string number null undefined.
You can actually
primitive
type that. You can actually type that in a way where TS will like narrow the type in a control flow. In fact, let me type it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds neat.
Number, Boolean, and then null and undefined.
Oh my gosh, I just realized that people have been chatting in the Discord and I haven't been watching. Sorry.
Now we're just arguing over TS opinions.
literally every time this happens. Cool, let's take a look. So, unknown, and val is, okay, so the return value, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's called a type card.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Hold on a second. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this is great. Thank you. I've never seen this val is syntax before.
Sure thing. It kind of blew my mind when I first learned about it.
Yeah. So a return type is whether a value is one of those things. Beautiful. And I don't know where, I can't remember which Stack Overflow thing I copy pasted this from, but it works. Okay, cool. So now that means that, yeah, I feel like at this point we should know that B is not one of those things. And I wish that the editor would, like, here, let's see if I do B is null, blah. Yeah, see, I feel like I should get a warning about this. Oh, except I had and right there. Aha, that's awesome. Yeah. Wait a second, unnecessary conditional, no overlap. Yeah, because B at this point, okay, actually, yeah, so this is actually more correct. So if it is a primitive, then we're going to return either way. And we'll return A is equal to B. Yep, that's what we'll do. Beautiful. Okay, so then if it's a function, then we're going to return B invoked on A. Otherwise, we know it's an object. So at this point, if type of B is object, right? Shouldn't that be like, hey, yo, what is the type of B now? Yeah. Huh, so why isn't it yelling at me? Because it's like, you don't need this. Whatever. So now we can just say object keys every, aha, yep. And now it's not complaining about this. And in fact, I've moved the logic up here. So I think what I can do is, whoops, we can get rid of this. We'll just say it looks like for every one of the properties, return a val. So this is going to be A at B key and B at B key. And I've got an extra thing somewhere. There we go. And now this is complaining because we actually don't know what A looks like. A could be really anything. And so this is going to complain because it's like, hey, you don't know what this is. So actually what we can say is that if A is, once we get to this point, if type of A is not an object, or actually, because we would be in trouble if it's null as well. So let's see. Also, I guess if it's a primitive, yeah. So if is primitive, if it's a primitive and it's made it this far, then it's not going to be, it's not going to match anything else on the object side of things. So we'll just return false. And so now A should be, we should know that A is an object.
It's still unknown in the type. 93.
Yeah. So why is that though?
I mean, if you change 93 back to looks like arg. Or not? It can still be the function.
I'm gonna do something here really quick.
I think the issue is, so like, is primitive, it narrows it down to a primitive, but like the opposite, that doesn't mean the opposite is true, I think. Right? Something like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Anybody who's watched me stream enough knows that when I don't know what to do, I start like grooming the code.
Literally same. I'm just like, I just like waste so much time on just like nitpicking it.
Yeah. It's like, you know, I should name that better or something. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna just sit around doing nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that's my life.
Oh, voice correct.
Yeah.
So it'll narrow it down to a primitive, but it doesn't do the other way around. So maybe you need an is object too? Well, that's weird because if not a primitive, then that implies object. Oh, I'm stupid.
Is this right? No, this isn't right.
Is primitive should be typed as primitive or object instead of unknown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or key string, I think.
Actually, it would be key is string and value is unknown.
Yeah.
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 And this is gonna complain because it could also be a function. Or a function.
Sure.
And that's what A is. It's any of those things. But then we're gonna get a complaint because the value is unknown here.
Isn't it just slow?
Maybe if you just copy line 93 for A.
Oh.
And just return false there.
Do a type of check for function on A?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's
it's not needed, but it will make TypeScript happy.
Well, I don't think that maybe I don't understand what you're saying. So we do A and call it with A?
No, just return false, no?
Oh. Well, I mean, technically TypeScript's happy right now, but this isn't quite correct.
Yeah. I'll just make
actually TypeScript is happy without this too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the problem is that this isn't always a string. This could be here. I really need to have a type for this. So this is going to be our target. Here looks like target.
Yeah, it's going to be recursive, I bet.
A primitive or an object that has a key with a string. And
I guess more or less like a type for JSON, isn't it?
It really is, kind of, sort of. Technically, I can pass it things that have functions too.
Oh, yeah.
Why is this complaining?
And the bracket needs to be at the end.
Oh.
Yeah, the curly braces are.
There we go.
Yeah, there you
go.
Almost.
Oh.
What am I missing?
I'm missing 89.
89?
Yeah, look at line 89 and match that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Change the,
Thank you. Okay, so this is complaining. Oh, because it's unused. All right, whatever. Why is it complaining right there? I wonder. But this is still not right because it could also be a function that who knows? I don't know anything about that kind of function, but that's what the A is going to be. And so then it's going to get upset because it's like, yeah, because it's a function. And so that's what you're talking about, Peter. If it is a function and we get to this point, then we're going to return false. Yeah, that makes sense. So if it's a function or if it's a primitive or A is a function, we'll return false. Yeah, and that makes sense because you can't match a function. That we just can't do that. Yeah. Neat. I think it's done. Sick. Thanks, friends.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot cleaner than it used to.
Yeah, that's way better. And instead of looks like arg, this is going to be our looks like match. Yep. And A, it could be unknown, but if I type it differently, then and actually, well, actually that's fine. A could be unknown, but if I, actually, yeah, I have no way of knowing what it could be. Could make that a generic.
It should be looks like target, no?
What?
The A should be looks like target.
Well, it could be, except the, oh, wait. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That works. Yeah, that's great. Okay, cool. So, I mean, it's still not like super helpful, but it's more helpful than unknown for sure. So, great. So now over here, comment says looks like target. Yeah. And it's, yeah, we're looking at my 2017 code. We don't do that nonsense anymore. So here we were acting under the assumption that if comments exists, it's going to be an array. Now we can't really tell TypeScript that that's the case because it's going to be path. So honestly, it would be like type of path.node.source.leading comments. I don't know, type of path node source leading comments. It's read only, possibly null. Sure, why not? Yeah. Yep, we're gonna go with that. I think that's great. Not assignable to looks like target. Index signature is missing in type node path import declaration. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. Man, why can't I go find where that's defined? Babel core, node path, import declaration. Types, import declaration. Oh, okay. So if I provide a value to visitor here, okay, here, let's look at what this. All right, I have a PSA for all y'all making TypeScript definitions. Let me find it first. Visitor, here it is. There you are. Boom, right here. Stop doing this. Why does everybody think that it's suddenly okay to do single character variable names? Types are variables too. Stop. I don't get it. Why? Who did this?
I don't even know. Like, I guess people saw T and like, oh, I guess I can make all of them single letter.
I have to tweet this. I think I've tweeted this before, but I'm going to tweet it again.
Just keep tweeting it until people.
Please stop using single variable or single. Okay, I can't do it all caps. Somebody will get mad or offended or something. Please stop using single character variable variable names for your generic types.
Especially when they start at T and then they just do TUVW.
It is not helpful at all. I don't know how this happened, but it's everywhere and needs to stop. Thank you. everyone using your type definitions. Heart, because I still love you. Oh, man, this is super stupid. So what does S mean? I don't know. I bet the people who wrote it don't know.
I
But
think it means state.
State, okay.
Yeah.
State, that was easy.
There you go. Make a PR.
I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Why is it suddenly okay? Like, we don't do this in our regular code. We've all learned. I mean, I'm okay if you've got like your function, and inside of your function, you've got this map thing, and you're just like, that's not exposed. That's your deal. But when you're exposing something like a single letter variable, what is wrong with you? Yeah, it's crazy. But now we know, thank you for your digging.
Yeah.
So we can come over here and say my state. Well, my state comes from what Babel does, right? Like, don't they have a thing? I don't do anything with the state.
I'm guessing because that can literally be anything, and it's like it depends on what you do. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Files. No. Because that state is coming from Babel. I don't do anything special. Ops. Let's see if we can find ops anywhere. Parser ops, transform ops. No, those are arguments. No, I don't think this is the file that I'm looking for. Plugin options. I think it's probably plugin options actually. File name, plugins, presets. Nope, that's Yeah, all right, whatever. We'll just do this. Yeah, visitor state. This is going to have a file, and that's going to have ops. It's going to have file name, which will be a string. Parser ops. I guess an object of some kind. Yeah, just noticing the Discord chat. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people use S for state, P for props. And I guess if you're just doing this all the time, then you get used to that. But I never got used to that. And I've always done, I just spell it out. I don't know. It's not going to, yeah. This is hilarious. Thank you, King Daro, for sharing this. I'm going to retweet this. Or actually, yeah, I'll retweet it, but I'm also going to attach it to my tweet. Oh, there it was. And now a bunch of people are commenting. Let's see. Yep. This one's good. Oh, that's good enough to retweet. That's funny. Sorry. Okay, good. Well, maybe we've made the world a little better or just added to the complaining that we do in the world. I don't know. Got to do something to make the world better somehow. Okay. Get replacement. Let's find what this is. I think this is using. Okay, no, we're going to look for replace. We got plugins. Okay, here. Transform ops. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Transform ops. Where are you coming from? How can I get you? From Babel core. Transform op, or yeah, Babel core transform options. Yeah, we'll see how far that takes us. In fact, can I import the type Babel core? Is that working? Yeah, because I don't want to import Babel core. I just want the type. Yeah, it's interesting that when I import the type Babel core, I still have to do type of. I don't understand that, but anyway, comments. It's possible to be null, undefined. Oh, thought it was possible to be null. Why is that not sufficient?
You can't use optional chaining in assignment.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. Okay. Huh.
Every time I see people do that, I'm like, nope, can't do it.
I didn't realize that I was assigning. Here, let's just do this then. Comment const. Why is this still, my syntax highlighting is off somehow. So if comment, then comment. There we go. Why is that not purple? Why are all these not purple? TypeScript messed it up. Okay, so now this is still complaining. Yeah, I skipped that one because I was like, I don't want to deal with that. Well, it's time to deal. So apparently node path import declaration is not indexable by a string. Anybody else get really annoyed by this? If you scroll past the scrollable space, then it disappears. Yeah, that drives me crazy. I don't know about.
The window just needs to be bigger. I hate it.
Yeah, I think you can resize it if you
don't like hover away from the freaking.
Enough.
This is the most annoying part of the entire editor. Like,
you know, they recently changed this because it didn't always do this scroll away thing. I thought it was a bug, but it's been here for a couple months or like a couple weeks now. So. And I thought that you could resize this, but I guess not anymore. Or maybe that was a different window. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, you can resize this one. Anyway, so node path import declaration. What if I do, whoops. What if I say, freaking A, dot node? Is that mad at that too? Yeah, I guess so. Well, gosh darn it all. I wish I could like say, hey, go take me to this type. But no dice. Been here before. It's a base node. Yeah, so the problem is that we're saying, hey, we accept something that has properties and then values. They're basically anything. I wonder if I said unknown here, if that would make this happy. No, no dice. Because it doesn't have, well, okay, so what if we say the key is unknown? Still. Wait, what? Oh, that's the looks like match. I'm doing the wrong one. So here, if we did unknown and unknown. Okay, so now that's happy.
The key cannot be unknown.
Well, there you have it. So string or number, maybe. Nope, can't do that. I guess that makes sense. Well, so why is this so annoying? Could be that an option, yeah, it's possible. I
think the issue might be that when you have an object type defined like key, string, and then something else, I think like what you pass in also has to have that index signature attached to it. And it's rejecting it because of that. So yeah. I'm not sure how to get around that specifically.
Yeah, so if this had something like key, string,
I think,
and unknown.
Without the brackets or curly brackets, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, so then this would not be, well. Hold on a second. I messed all this stuff up. So. Maybe not. Well,
signature is missing. It's weird.
Maybe it's the node path, not the base node.
Well, hold on. Now I've lost where the import declaration was. Import declaration. Where are you? Oh, right. Yeah, because we don't want the import declaration. We want the node path. I need to find node. Here, actually, let me undo the thing that I did. Yeah, that would not be good. So node path. Aha. You're in Babel Traverse. Node path. Yeah, so if I put that on this thing, then it would probably be happy. Holy shnikes, this thing is...
The class, isn't
it? Whoops. I bet it is fine with it now, maybe? No. Freaking A. Why ever not? In any case, I am not going to do that anyway. So is this one of those times where you're like, screw it. Let's just say ignore this. Yes, that's one of these times. TS.
You could try to cast it now to like S something.
Yeah, I mean, I could say as parameters of looks like 0. Is that how that works? Whatever. I don't know how that works, but.
Oh, as any.
Yeah. Oh, do it. Yeah. But at this point, it doesn't make too much of a difference. So we'll just expect an error. What is the error that we expect? The node path is not like a looks like target. Well, it is an object. No, node path is an object, but can't be assigned to looks like target because I don't know. I'm not good enough at TypeScript yet. This is where things get really difficult for me, folks, because when I am teaching, I cannot do anything like this ever. I have done it maybe once or twice in my whole teaching career, but I never say, I don't know why. I really try to avoid saying that when I'm teaching. Now, if somebody asks me like a tangential question, I say, I don't know all the time. But if I'm going to teach you how to do this, and this is one of our exercises, I can't say, I don't know, you just do it because you have to or whatever. And that's why it's so hard to teach, because if I was trying to like make teaching material right now and say, I'm going to teach you how to do this thing, then I would spend the next like 3 days figuring this out and fixing it if I had to, which is why it's so hard to teach. Open source is way easier than teaching. Oh man, but thanks to you all, this looks really great, even though it didn't quite work with what we were trying to do. Man, I just wonder if we could just make this more permissible. What if we just hide all the complexity within here, whoops, and just say, hey, your A can be anything, but your B has to be a looks like match. So like if I do unknown, how bad does that mess everything up? And then this goes away. And then this freaks out because, yeah, because this would need to be unknown. Why is that complaining? I hate this. Not assignable to unknown. Comments and A, yeah. Well, phooey to that, any? I'm gonna get mad over here, but type undefined. Oh, well, this needs to be or false. Yep. If we do unknown here again, that's going to be mad again. Yeah. So we'd have to do any over here and then ignore this thing. Because I don't want to have to do ignore every time or TS check, whatever, every time I do looks like. I'd rather deal with that inside of here. And then we can just ESLint ignore. Oh, whoops. Well, why doesn't unknown work? I don't know why, but I think unknown is better, right? Because then it, who knows, whatever. Looks like match. Because that function, because comments A are not compatible. Because, oh, that's super annoying. Because unknown is not assignable to that. Yeah, so I guess you just have to do any. Huh. Yeah, that's super annoying. Whatever. Oh, what about never? Can I do never? What is that supposed to mean? I don't know anything about never, but it seems like it's not mad, except right here. What is never? I don't know what never is. TypeScript never.
That it should never happen.
It should never happen.
Yeah, so when you have a switch case and in the default case, like it will be never if you exhaust all possibilities in the switch.
Oh, interesting. So that's why you use it often as for a switch case.
It's usually invert, like if you have like if, and then it's you exhaust all options, either switch or ifs, and then it will be implied never. So like never is not assignable to string or something like that.
Got it. That makes sense. So I wouldn't use never. Not here. That wouldn't make any sense. So, but I want to use unknown so that this is happy. But I think what I need to do is any on both of these. and just, well, actually, that one's fine. And this is fine. And then I just ignore this, my lint rule that says, hey, when I'm using any, I know that I'm a terrible person, but I'm going to do it anyway.
It complains on 2 more lines. 98.
Right, because passing those things unknown. And then here, by this point, we should absolutely know that this is an object as key string. And then any. Why is that complaining? Oh, right, because it doesn't like me using any, right? Unexpected any, specify a different one. Well, I'll show you. Okay, getting a bunch of stuff in here. Looks like target. Yeah, if we just do an object. We'll try it. Here, actually. Yeah, it's still not happy with that. Yeah, that doesn't provide an index signature, but we'll see what happens over here. So this gets mad because the argument, this isn't mad, so that's good. So let's figure out why this is upset. Freaking, hey, this is so annoying. Okay, this makes a man almost want to run type check. Can I use watch? I think I can use watch. Nope. Oh. There we go. Rats. Too many things going on. Sure would be nice if I could scope this down a little bit. TypeScript, with all your money and stuff to spend time on developer experience, and then you give me crap like this? Okay, just kidding. They're awesome. I'm appreciative of all of the time that they spend working on stuff that I didn't pay for. Okay. Yeah, undefined is not assignable to that. I guess it could be undefined. Nope, still not happy. Oh. Or string? Yeah, or number, or like every single primitive thing. Ah, dang it. All right, so we're probably going to be stuck with any right here, which actually is probably fine. I don't really care. But right here, man, I was happy. I was happy with life. And then I decided I wanted to change things. See, everything was fine right here. And then Babel's like, oh yeah, this isn't indexable by string.
What would happen if you like use object spread on it, like convert it to object?
Oops.
No, it doesn't like it.
Yeah. But I wonder if I could just say, hey, this is a node path import declaration. Also, it is indexable by a string. I see. The thing is, I'm making an abstraction here, and I want this abstraction to make it easy to use. And so I don't want to have to do any weird things on this side. I want the other side to have to do all the weird things. So we're going to come back here, and we're going to say, all right, we'll take anything. I don't care what it is, and we're going to check it, and we'll make sure that it's all good. And we'll take anything here, and then yeah, and then I guess
and just ignore ESLint.
yeah, yep, and then ignore ESLint there. So yeah, because by now I know that it's not null or undefined, so it is safe to do a member access, even though TypeScript doesn't think it is. And then yeah, ignore ESLint. And you know what? I don't want to put these all over the place. This is one of those times where I'm like, if I turn this on, or if I'm using any, I know that I'm doing a terrible thing and I shouldn't do it. So I don't need a comment telling me that I shouldn't do this. So that's what we're going to go with. And now looks like it's fine. We don't have to do any weird stuff. So that's where we're going to be stuck with.
Can you check inside what is the path when you access some properties of the path in the comment? Blah, blah, blah.
Where? Sorry.
45, yeah.
Yeah, so I can still.
Oh, it's checking. Okay.
Yeah. So that's good. So yeah, the user side of this abstraction, solid. Yeah, that's good. Yep. And actually, I wonder if I can make this be Boolean or null or actually we could just have it be primitive or any. Yeah, just return anything. And then we'll just Boolean that thing. In fact, that's interesting. If we're calling this, why is it okay with that?
Any can be cast to anything else, so it doesn't check because it's any.
Oh, I see. So if I do, yeah, well, that's stupid. Let's do Boolean. I think that's a reasonable expectation to have, that you have to return true or false. That's a good idea, Kim, to do an explicit type here. So here, let's go back. What did I call it? Looks like target. That's right. Really difficult, impossible to make this work with explicit types. But if I could, I would make it this. And let's go back. We'll grab what I had and make it right there. Oops. Okay, yeah, thanks for the tip there, Kim, that's helpful. All right, good. Well, let's keep on keeping on. Our index.js is solid. So let's go to the macro. No, we'll do the macro later. Let's do helpers. So we've been working in here already. And require code from string. I forgot if this, did I have types for this? Yes, we do. That's nice. Okay, so, but this is sending back any, I think, which is really all that I know about this. Well, no, it's going to be, when you require something from string, you're going to get an object. Well, you'll get a function or an object always, assuming that the required like doesn't throw an error or something. So this is, yeah, it's got to be as a record string unknown or a function. Yep. And then here, yeah, I don't think there's ever a case where a module would be undefined. So if it has ES module, it will say module.default, otherwise module. ES module does not exist on record string unknown. Okay, here let's do module. Here, let's see. ES module. Or let's make it more clear. This is a compiled ES module. So it's going to be a Boolean, and it's going to have a default, which will be any. We really have no idea what it would be. Well, actually, it could be a function. Oh, and it has to be a string. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a string or a function that returns a string. And the function would be called with, which is going to be any array of any's. We don't know what they are. And actually, this type is going to be our codegen module export. Okay, so this is going to give us back this or a codegen module export. So this is okay, so has own property. Well, why is that a problem? I know it doesn't exist on string. Okay, so hear me out. TypeScript, if I'm trying to access a property on a string and I'm doing some conditional thing, I'm doing a conditional thing, so I don't care. Look what happens in the browser. I say var hello equals hello, and I say hello dot this does not exist. Nothing happens. It returns undefined. So if I'm doing like whatever or stuff, that works. It's fine. So I don't care. If I'm doing some sort of logical something or other, what if I say if module this does not exist? I'm trying to do some logic here. Thanks, TypeScript. A discriminating union. Thank you, Aaron. I don't know what that is, but I'll Google it real quick. And Michal gave me a good tip for primitive. Yeah, I thought about symbols and big ints and stuff. Maybe I should just bring in typefest because it's pretty handy. yeah, this will be a dependency or a dev dependency. And we'll bring in type primitive. Actually, that's the wrong file. From typefest. There we go.
Do you have any workflow to save your work in progress? Like making a commit and then amending the commit or something like that?
Yeah, I probably should commit right now. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm going to make a PR for this. Migrate to TS. Commit. Work in progress. No verify. It's not really a huge part of my workflow. It would be really sad if I lost all these changes and stuff, but like most of the time it's like the struggle of answering unknown questions, and rewriting this wouldn't take a lot of time, but it's probably a good habit to get into. Yeah, see, Aaron, it's a good suggestion that I could just say, hey, if type of module is a string, then do this, and if it here we return, now it's not going to get mad at all. Just say that's, there we go. Just do that. But now it's going to complain that it's not on a function. So else if type of module is a function. And now it's happy, but I hate that. That's super annoying. But maybe if I'm just going to be doing TypeScript all the time, I should just get used to doing TypeScript all the time. So that's what I should just do. Return module. And actually, we can do this. But see, like it worked before. And, oh, it's so annoying. See, I wish that I could just say, if the module has an ES module thing on it, then let's do this thing. Otherwise, we're just to return what it was. These are functionally equivalent. Okay. Kind. What is a kind property? We'll find out what a kind property is. TypeScript kind property. Properly. Property. Kind of a pain. Kind of transforming. Kind of a pain. Yeah. I think that I'm misunderstanding Aaron. Sorry. Kind property. Kind property.
I think it's useful if you have all the union of types or inheritance of types. And so if kind will be one value, you will have access to these properties. If kind is a different value, yeah, like here, yeah. Like,
so is that what discriminating or discriminated unions is then?
it looks like.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So it's not like a syntax or anything. This is just a convention to add a kind property to your types so that you can switch or if else off of it to help TypeScript.
Yeah, but I don't think it will have the function and string.
Yeah, yep, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for sharing that, Aaron. This is new to me. Discriminated unions using the kind property. And the type kind of acts like a kind property. Yeah, from like Redux. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, well, I'll log that away. I think we're gonna just stick with this. How annoying is that? But it is what it is. So Okay, cool. So we got that one typed. Oh, and this needs to return. I guess it probably has a. Yeah, it's going to be a string compiled ES module or a function that returns a string. Okay, cool. So then this, oh, file ops is any. We need this to be, let's come over here. Babel core. Oh, type of. And this is going to be my get replacement options. Oops. So code is going to be a string. File ops is going to be, and this is where I'm like, I don't want to make abstractions because then I have to do all of this stuff again. Babel core transform options. There we go. And then args is going to be an array of any. File ops, file name, transform options. There it is. Default unknown. Why is it default unknown if it's actually saying string or null? Is it because the question mark there, does that make it unknown? I thought that made it undefined.
Yeah, that should be undefined.
Oh, this is just documentation. All right. Their documentation is wrong. It is string, null, or undefined. And we are getting angry because we're saying it's a string.
Maybe the default is a string and the value of the string is unknown.
Oh, I think you're right. Yes, that makes sense. But it could also be undefined. So what we're going to do is, whoops. Let's see. What happens with require from here? Oh, the file name is not required. Okay, well, it's not required for us either. And now is it complaining? Oh, because it could be null. Right. There we go. Yep, that's fine. And then here, this is also complaining because, oh yeah. Yeah, so we just do, what if we just, unknown. My guess is that this would never happen. And in fact, I'll probably have to do Istanbul coverage ignore. But we got to do this to make the compiler happy. So okay, Nito Frito. So apply replacement. I can't remember what replacement is, but path is going to be a node path, which I'm going to get from yeah, Babel core node path. Sweet, that's nice. And then replacement is it's going to be a node or an array of nodes, I think. Core node or array of such nodes. Babel core node. Ooh, now it's not happy. I did something wrong. Oh, nope, it's okay. Or it's null or undefined, I guess. Here, let me find. Oh, yeah, let's just replace. And then we get replacement. Get replacement. Oh, it could also be an empty string. Yeah. Well, no, hold on. If I pass Babel template an empty string, whoop, it's going to get me back undefined. So that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so that is sound. Okay, and then we replace. This is going to be Babel core. And this is going to be replace options. Path is going to be a node path from Babel core. Why am I getting all these red underlines? Come on, update. Thank you. Code is going to be a string. File ops is going to be whatever file ops was up here. Transform options. And args is going to be, see, any, or it's going to be an array of any. Okay. Why is it taking so long to update? Let's reload this. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, right. And this is going to be type of Babel core. And something is chugging this computer. Yeah, I don't know what it could be. Okay, so then we've got resolve module contents. It's going to be file name string module is string, I think. Let's find where this is used. Yeah. Okay. It does not. There we go. Thank you. And then comment is actually a comment node of whatever that is. So let's find out, because I was using Babel core types comment. There we go. And good. Okay, and then is property call. This is going to be a node Babel core node path. Node path. And then the name is a string. And yeah, there we go. Sweet. This one checks out literally. So let's take a look at replace now. Okay, here we go. We can do this. This is going to be fine. So path is going to be a Babel core node path. And this is going to be a Babel core transformer or transform options. Yeah, I don't know why TypeScript is going so slow. Stop going so slow. Okay. not assignable to string, huh? Well, it's not supposed to be assignable to string. Isn't this overloaded? This is overloaded. Oh, except I changed it from transform from AST. Yeah, they've got it all sorts of messed up. Okay, so if we go to Babel core, transform AST, the way that it actually works is ST runner. Yikes. Sync. Where are you? Okay, I gotta sit down. I don't think that the code is required. Transformation run.
Do you know what's the deal with the comma expressions?
With the what expressions?
Comma expressions like 0, comma. Blah, blah.
Oh yeah, this is compiled. I don't know why they compile it this way, but yeah, it amounts to this. I don't know why they do that, but they do this all the time.
Thanks.
Really weird. That's weird. Well, I mean, it has always worked for me to not provide the code, but now it wants me to. So if I don't, man, I wish that it didn't take TypeScript so long to be happy about that. Man, what the heck? I don't want to do that. See, the code, it's optional. But if I'm going to provide options, I have to provide the code. Okay, so I'm going to just say that the types for this is wrong. And so we're going to TS, come on. Yeah, TS expect error. The types for this is wrong. There we go. Okay. Args needs to be optional. Yes, that makes sense. And code is any. Here, let's do this. Result code equals result code. Why is this complaining? Possibly null. All right. Actually, let's do if. Come on. Autocomplete. Thank you. Result code. So if there's not result code, then actually no, we're fine with this. And this path is not just any path. If this is a program, then this should be the program node, I believe. Yep. So this path will be, yeah, types program. Sweet. Okay, one down, just a bunch more to go, including one for JSX, which nobody uses, but I still think is cool. Okay, import declaration. So that one is right here. This path is a types import declaration. So got Babel core. What is node path Babel core types import declaration. And then file ops is going to be Babel core transformer options. Neat. And as soon as TypeScript fixes things, why is that not working? Okay. So then this is complaining because this could be null. Surprisingly, we haven't ever had any problems with this. So I kind of don't think it can be null, but I think this should fix it. Possibly undefined. Well, shouldn't this also fix it? Which object is possibly undefined? Boy, I sure wish that TypeScript would like update these underlines quicker. What is going on? Okay, so yeah, it's not complaining about any of that. It's just when I try to use leading comments and everything's fine now. Oh, it can possibly, oh, that's where it's getting mad. Okay, there we go. So now we'll wait forever. Thank you, Aaron. There, much better. Okay. So if we have leading comments, then let's find the one that is the codegen comment. And if we have one of those, let's get its value and trim it. And that's going to be our codegen comment. Great. Okay, so then resolve module contents. The fact that I've never gotten a report on that tells me that nobody ever uses this feature. That's kind of what I'm thinking, which is unfortunate because it's pretty cool. But whatever. I'm surprised though, because I have tests and I would expect tests to fail because I'm pretty sure I have a test for this. Oh, well. Oh. So this is completed because the file name could be null or undefined. So let's do the same thing we did up here where, oh, it wasn't up there. We'll just do it here. File name equals file ops, file name or unknown. Yeah, okay. Huh. You know what? I should probably be running the tests as I go through this to make sure I don't break anything. Yeah, that's interesting. So let's see, what is this codegen comment? So if it's not equal to codegen, so if it is equal to codegen, oh, right. Okay, so this is where we're gathering our arguments. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so if oh, I know why this was never a problem, because I always make sure that the import declaration we're using has a comment that is codegen. And so here we don't know that for certain, and that's why this is getting upset, which is fine. Yeah, so we'll just say right here, if not codegen comment, then we'll return do nothing, just to satisfy the compiler, as we are wont to do. So spend my whole life satisfying the compiler. Who's the master now? It's not me. Okay, so here we're calling replace. Oh, that's interesting. Node is not assignable. Huh. Oh, buffer, huh? And that explains why in here, or somewhere around here, right there, boom, we turn it into a string. So we can say or buffer. And code here can be or buffer. And like there was one other place, or buffer. Okay, there we go. Args. Yeah, so this also needs to say args is optional, because args is optional in get replacement. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then path, this one's tricky. Why is this still giving me trouble? Oh, it's a string. Require from string. This is going to be array of any or undefined. We're going to just turn off this. Probably should just disable it for the whole project. Sometimes you just got to use any. It's a real pain. I don't like it. Why is this saying it returns a string? This does not return a string. Well, wait. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, interesting. So this can really return anything. So we're going to say module def equals any. This returns the module def. So you get to decide what it returns. Because I don't know. And here we're going to say this is going to return an array of any's. Yep. There we go. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Okay, so then we've got our path. And it's complaining because our path is a node type. But we're sending, or let's see, no, our path is an import declaration type. But yeah, node is not assignable to import declaration. I wonder if I just do this. Nope, that's not gonna like that. Default for the generic. Sorry, didn't I do that? Isn't that what, oh. Thought that's what this was. Now it's complaining. I'm confused why this is happening. So module def. Not assignable to module def. If I set it to any, doesn't that mean it can be anything?
No, it's defined by the user. So if you say it will be array, and here on line 23, we know that it will be a string or function. And string is not assignable to array. But I don't know how to know.
So if I come back over here, where was I? And in here, I say this could be a string. Then this won't complain, maybe? Or
no, it's generic.
It's generic.
Yeah, so it's not about the concrete use case, but yeah.
Got it. Okay, so I see. So I can't just say, hey, you're going to return whatever. So if I wanted to do this, then I'd have to cast it as module def. Man, why is TypeScript going so slow for me? I can't tell if I did something wrong or if if it's just taking a long time to process what I'm doing. Yeah, I did something wrong. Okay, well, okay, in that case, let's backtrack on this, and we'll come over here, and we'll just say as array any. Just kind of cheat, and we'll assume that people who are using this know what they're doing. Why is that complaining? As unknown first, right? Maybe as unknown. Man, this is super frustrating. I'm gonna close VS Code completely and reopen it. because this is driving me bonkers. I've given workshops for hours on Zoom and never had any trouble like this. So, of course, I've never given workshops for hours using TypeScript, so maybe that's what's going on. Zoom and TypeScript don't like each other. I don't know. To be honest, I don't blame Zoom, right? Okay, so yeah, okay. So let's see, we've got our path here, and it is an import declaration, which I thought inherited from a node, from base node, which, oh, I see. So node is not the same thing. Interesting. So maybe we need to say that all of these are base nodes then. Okay, so if we come over here, this is going to be a base node from Babel core. Let's try that out. All right, cool. Okay. Man, I'm so sore from snowboarding yesterday. I fell not as many times as the first time I went snowboarding on Saturday this season, but I feel more sore. I think I had one big fall, and then actually I got stuck in powder on a black diamond I had no business being on, and that was exhausting. I was also there all day, so that was also different. Okay, so this is going to be our identifier. So we need an identifier path. So just grab this. Okay, and then our file options, of course. Okay. Nice. That one was easy. Hooray. And then our import. Hold on a second. Import call as import call. Oh, okay. So that's part of this. All right. Okay. So then this. Okay. So then our target path. Interesting. As Babel core node path Babel core types tagged template expression. Okay. And this is going to be a call expression. And then this one will be a JSX opening element.
Was it actually complaining?
Sorry?
Was it complaining that it doesn't know the type?
I don't think so. It looks like it's doing. Right here is what I'm working on. So I'm working my way down on each one of these. So yeah, I guess I shouldn't be preemptive, but I will probably need to do this. So I'm going to copy this, stick it in my clipboard.
It should infer it like with the guards, with the kind.
That's kind of what I thought too, but when I hover over this, it's saying that it's a regular node. So yeah, we'll see though. Let's start down here and we'll see if it gets mad at me. So this is going to be, what was it? Babel core node path. Yeah. Babel core node path. And it's going to be a, yeah, this is going to be a member expression. Import call is maybe a misnomer. Or wait a second. Call path. So member expression parent path. I need to see what this is actually. So if we go to JavaScript and we say code gen require blah. It's property call path. So yeah, the call path would be, yeah, the call expression. Hold on. Yeah, member expression. Then we get the parent, which is going to be the call expression. And that's what the call path is. It's a call expression. Babel core types call expression. And then this is going to be Babel core transform options. Okay, cool. So let's see. Why is this complaining? Okay, there you go. Yeah, so that's not going to work. Coming from here down to here, I think. Yeah. And then as a call expression. Okay, sweet. And why is this complaining? Because TypeScript is taking forever to restart. Why? It's not even a big project. It's like 4 files. Okay, maybe it's more than that, but it's not that big. Yeah, Aaron, I was thinking the same thing, and Peter was thinking this too. The kind property would help without needing to cast, but I think that's what our target path.type should be. That should be our kind property. But I'm guessing that like maybe the way that their types are written, it doesn't take advantage of that somehow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. But you know, what do you do? Honestly, I'm kind of questioning whether it was all that useful to turn this into a TypeScript project. Maybe I should have just made type definitions manually, but yeah,
Also,
especially
you could try to disable ESLint and just work with TypeScript. It should be faster, I think, and then ESLint later. I don't know if
that's true. The only ESLint things that we've run into so far, though, have been like, "Hey, you're using any," and I have just disabled those. Are you talking about just like the pure speed of the editor?
The speed, yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I suppose that's possible. ESLint disable. I don't know how to turn it off temporarily without like. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. Oh, and that's true. Actually, Aaron brought this up in the Discord. That Babel types probably really complex. Lots of generics.
Mm-hmm.
Just no. I'm guessing Aaron must be watching the YouTube stream. Which I guess there are people watching. Whoa, 386 views. How many are watching right now? I don't know. It's not going to tell me. I could go find, but that's fun. Okay, so this is complaining because file name can be undefined. Resolve module contents is expecting a file name is a string. Yeah, and I kind of want it to be a string, and it will always be a string in this use case, but we're gonna just do this. So that'll be fine. And then source node. So when we get the arguments, we need to cast this source as an arguments list, I think. So it's an array of, ooh, hold on a second. Source node. Oh, yeah. So this is going to be a string literal, actually. This is going to be the module to require. And then this is going to be 1, and then arg2 and true, whatever the rest of the args, thing, foo, all of that. That's the rest of those. So that's going to be an array of any. So this will be as Babel core types string literal. And args, we're going to map those. Surprised I'm not getting any warnings right here. Come on. Unsafe to any. It doesn't exist on string literal. Oh, maybe it's a path. Actually, I think it is a path. Yeah, it is a path. Okay, so this is going to be Babel core node path. There we go. And why is it complaining now? Yeah, because it's taking forever. Okay, I'm not, I don't know why. Huh. Oh, I see. So this is just saying, hey, it's a path of like one of these 50 things. Let's map over them. And I guess paths all have an evaluate on it. And so that's why that's working. Cool. Okay, so when you're using it as a tag template literal, then this is going to be this thing with our Babel core transform ops. See, and this is where I'm like, maybe I should just put all this directly in it instead of making a bunch of functions where I have to retype all of this stuff. But transform options. Let's just do all the rest of these right now. Okay. And then let's do the rest of these too. This is going to be a function expression, I think, as function call expression. And then JSX, this is going to be JSX open element. Okay. And then this is complaining because unsafe any, because value is any. Oh, yes, it is. I'm pretty sure that value is always going to be a string when we're talking about a template literal. So we're going to just as string this sucker. And then here, we're going to as string this one too, because we expect people to use this plugin as it's expected. So yeah. And then children, I'm guessing. You wanna bet? It's an array. Oh, because children can be a node path of a node or an array of those things. Well, I happen to know that path.getChildren is always going to be an array of children nodes. So we're going to say as array Babel core node path. Okay, why are you complaining? Unsafe access. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well. I think that should work, but I don't know for sure. Hey, actually, now I can probably run this in watch mode and it'll actually be useful. Maybe. Almost. We're almost there. Still got a bunch of stuff in macro. Boy, it sure would be nice if they, there we go. Okay, good. I thought that helpers was all done. So let's go over to helpers really quick. Why is this complaining? What? No way. Type space node? No. Dang it. So this is never exported, huh? Oh my goodness, there are 247 of these suckers. Huh, well, that's unfortunate. Why would you not export that? Can you get the parent of an interface? So I could say, hey, just any arbitrary one of these, I want your parent. TypeScript get parent of interface. I just realized that I was looking at the wrong video when I checked to see if people were actually watching. There you go. Sweet, 32 of you. Bye. Okay, so extract a type with generic for a node type. Type of return type. Well, I don't need a return type though. I need the like, let's say I have the array expression. I want to get the thing it extends. That's what I'm trying to find. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Let's see. TypeScript inheritance. Don't think it's possible. Well, that stinks. A utility type. What is a utility type? Oh, you mean like a built-in utility from TypeScript, which would allow me to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting to find. If that was possible.
Is it possible to make an instance of the base node and then use type of?
No, because the problem is that I can't find. Yeah, they don't expose the base node. I mean, we could always do this. And then as soon as that finishes loading, then it'll maybe. Well, that's what I thought it would do. Oh, but this is on types, so it'd be on types. Yeah. Yeah, so that would work, except I don't have access to that because they don't export it. And this is in,
It's just 10 lines of code, no? You could copy.
yeah, well, it's not just 10 lines of code though, because, or base node is these 10 lines of code, and then every single one of these that exports it or extends it, yeah. So, but if the fix is easy, and maybe I'll go to Babel, GitHub, wherever that is. And if we go to types, DETS, no, what is this? Oh, maybe it's generated. Oh, this is all flow. Base node. Let's go packages, types. Okay. Oh, it's written in TypeScript. Well, that's neat. Base node. Where are you, base node? There you are. AST types generated. Oh. AST types JS. Base node. There we go. And then we just need to add an export. Yep, easy enough. Let's go to main. I'll hit the edit button. Come down to here.
Was it on line 40?
Yeah, let's just say export right on that. Export types base node for generic utility use. I need, or yeah, whatever. Commit directly. Oh, snap. I forgot I could do that. I forgot that I had the power on Babel. Export base node. Oh man, I don't think they have automated releases on merges though, or on commits to main. So don't worry, I will not abuse my power. Okay, let's review the contributing guidelines just to make sure. I don't want to be that guy. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about any of this. We'll let CI run all of that stuff. Okay. A closing word followed by a ticket number. Oh, okay. Fixed issues. Patch bug fix. Yes. No, technically. Test added pass. Yes. Hopefully. I don't think there's any documentation for this anyway.
You didn't add any tests, though.
That's true, but they do pass. Well, okay, yeah, you're right. No. I'm trying to write a utility that, what does it do? I've even forgotten which utility this is. That accepts a path. Accepts a path. What do they call it? Is it a path? Node path. Node path of any base node type, and does stuff with it, replaces, etc. So I need to type that utility with base node, but that's not exported yet. So this simply exports the base node. Dum-ba-da-dum. Should be quick and easy. Create pull request. And look at that. That's a thing of glory. My goodness, so many things running. Okay, well, that's fine.
Node 6.
Sorry, what?
They still support Node 6.
Oh yeah, my goodness. I don't. Wow. Really? Node 6 is out of LTS, right? Let's see, Node LTS. Yeah, Node 6 isn't even on the list anymore. My goodness gracious. I mean, that's impressive. Yeah, I'm dropping Node 10 as soon as we hit this spot right here next year. I do not support anything that's not on LTS. No, thank you. And I barely support odd version node versions as well. Well, that's fun. Holy moly, I've got a lot of tabs open because I was looking for examples of TypeScript-based Babel plugins, but I think we are good. Okay. Cool. Well, that kind of gets me stuck, actually, just a tiny little bit.
You can say it's any.
I can what?
You can say it's any.
Oh yeah, that's good.
No path of any.
Yeah, you're never totally stuck. So yeah, we'll just do that. Where is that? Okay. And let's find, excuse me, find this. And all right, TypeScript, yell at me. Come on. Well, I'll be honest and say I thought that I was going to get a lot more red when I did that.
Maybe it stopped checking everything. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You can try unknown.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Right, and this is saying, hey, you can't assign. Yeah. All right, let's just do any. And we'll just go with that for right now, and then we can fix it later. Okay, great. Oh, no, I don't want to do Mac. Let's do replace. There we are. Okay, so this is complaining about Expression doesn't exist on block statement.
Okay, I'm dropping off, so have fun with the rest.
Yeah, see you, Peter. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Thanks.
Okay. So children, it's an array of node path. Oh, right. Yeah. It doesn't exist on block statement. And also it doesn't exist on a bunch of others. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So I need it to be not just an array of node paths, but specific node paths. It needs to be, okay, well, let's just go to AST Explorer. Wow, my goodness. We're just eating up GitHub CI. Okay, so UI equals codegen. And this is going to be hello world. Well, here. It's kind of the idea there. Node expression. Here, hold on. Let's see. What? Oh, I didn't even document it. That's why nobody does this. Let's see, index.js. Oh, I think it's in the macros. Macro. There we go. Yeah. So that's all we support is when you do that. So let's just do that here. So it's expression container. Say get all the children, and we'll just get the first one. Okay. Expression, string literal. Okay, so these are going to be expression containers. Let's do this then. Container children 0 as a Babel core types. Huh. I think actually we just want that path. Oh, we want that path's parent, yeah. Oh, and this is actually going to be a path. Babel core types node path. Whew, this is really slow. For crying out loud, as array of these things then. Oh, right. It's not a types thing. Okay, we'll get there eventually. Array expression. Oh, because the expression could be anything. And we are going to assume that it's a string as string Babel core types string literal. Actually, Babel core types, or here, let's do it this way. If expression type string literal, Doesn't change the type, huh? Well, that is okay. Great. That is great. I didn't want to do that anyway. No, stop. Well, something's messed up. Oh, I see. Great. And let's also make sure that the tests are still running. Bummer. I was worried about that. Yeah, okay, so oh, whoops, and actually we just do expression. Not node. I think somebody's knocking on my door. 1 second. Okay. Just got another like 20 minutes to go. Okay, what did I get wrong? What did I miss? Oh, whoops. It is just complaining about. Oh, that is unexpected. Const. Where'd the const come from? Yeah, so it's on both of them. Okay, I'm going to copy this. We're going to undo all this stuff. Okay, so the test should pass. Well, I changed the name of the snapshot or whatever, so we'll update that. But now we get, so we're still getting the children. The first one is our container, and then a container node expression. And then this is going to be container, get the expression path, and evaluate it. Oh, yeah, that's the problem right here. This is yeah, okay, let's get rid of this expression thing. Oh, what did I mess up? I messed something up. I'm missing it. Okay. Huh, very odd. Okay, I'm not sure what I changed, but it's changed now. Okay, so cool, we'll just leave it like this then. I think I know what was breaking things though. I had the wrong path I was replacing. Anyway, let's figure out this. Does not exist. Why is it? Okay, so this is going to be as string, and that'll clear that one up. And then this one will be as string also. Then this is, we just need to make it not be so annoyed by this. And I think the easiest way to do that is to just expect error value isn't on all nodes, but we will assume nobody uses this for anything but the right kind of nodes. All right. Whew. Everything else is in. We've got one in the index test, so let's get that one fixed. That should be easy. This will be a string. Oh, right, but it's like, no, I passed you all kinds of things. And we're like, you know, you're passing me a string because I make sure of that. Okay. And then this one, I think it's the same thing. So good. Then it's just the macro, which is actually the only thing I needed typed at all. References. Ooh, Babel plugin macros. Are you typed? Yes, you are. Thank you, whoever typed this. So when I do create macro, I need a macro handler. Does this export that? I don't think it does. Does it? I don't know how the namespace thing works, but let's just try it and get it. Import type from Babel plugin macros. Yeah, okay. So const codegen macros equals that. Okay, and it's saying okay, this is going to be as port type Babel core from Babel core. And this is going to be a bad type or a node path types identifier. All right, sweet. Okay, let's build this sucker. Should probably just run the validate script, but that's okay. We've got all these files. There's our macro. What? No. Create macro. Don't you give me back a type? No. Dang it. It is not an any. It is, what is it? I don't know what it is. What comes back from create macro? It is this thing. It's a macro handler. Check if you can pass a generic to array methods to save you needing to cast the element types. Sorry, Aaron, I think I've passed what you're referring to. I think there's like a 15-second delay or something, so sorry. Macros. create macro. This gives me back a macro wrapper, which returns the macro return, which returns nothing actually, but on the for each. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, well, as identifier, does this ever return false? Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Why are you complaining now? Oh, well, that is unfortunate. Looks like we cannot, that's not a generic, so it's not going to take anything. Okay, so my create macro is going to return a function that accepts these arguments. It's going to as a macro handler. Yep. So now when I do validate, yep, and we come over here. What happened? Type check did not like that. Huh. Oh, it actually didn't finish building because we don't have global coverage, because TypeScript made me add a bunch of code for things that I know will never happen. I can't reproduce, but it is what it is. All right, so it's a macro handler. Hooray! And a macro handler is a thing that accepts macro params. Oh, this is tricky because it actually, when you're using it in your code, I want it to, dang. This is going to be a lot bigger. I basically need to have it support all of the code that we've got in these little bits. So it needs to support however code gen is being used in all of these. So the default export can be a tag, or it can be a function that you call with a string, or it can be a React element that accepts a children prop that has a string, or I think that is, or yeah, a dot require thing. Yeah, so this is like completely different. Man, I'm starting to think that rewriting all this to TypeScript was a total waste of time, because the type definitions for the macro is like entirely different. And that's all I needed to type, because when Babel's using it, Babel doesn't need it to be typed. When you add it to your plugins or whatever, you don't need it to be typed. It doesn't matter. Huh. Well, I'm going to commit this and then I'll sit on it for a while. Checkpoint. We'll just push that up, and I'm going to go hang out with my kids. So thanks for joining me on this edition of Kent Shows You How Much He Doesn't Know TypeScript. Just kidding. I'm learning, and it's been good. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you in the